19 on all of the court cases from Oregon, Nevada to the Asterita trial, her wrongful death. In the Oregon case, the main leaders, Ammon Bundy, for example, were acquitted. And the media had portrayed Lavoie as one of the leaders of the armed takeover of the Malheur Refuge. And so Lavoie would have been in the same courtroom and would have been acquitted for it. And what's important for your viewers, your audience to understand is that at the first traffic stop in Oregon, an FBI agent was issuing commands and the occupants of the vehicle were complying. The first compliance was Lavoie stopped. The second compliance is that their hands were on the outside of the doors with the windows down to show that their hands were not occupied with a weapon. And at that moment, the Oregon State Police officer fired at their vehicle. And that's when things were escalated. So it's not Lavoie Finicum escalating anything. It was escalated by a law enforcement officer who inadvertently shot at the vehicle or purposely, but either way it escalated things, and that's where you see Lavoie Finicum saying, I'm going to go meet the sheriff in Grant County. You want to meet us there? We'll meet you there. Because it seems to me that they can make the case now that safety was an issue. They didn't trust them because why are you doing this in the middle of nowhere where there's no cell phone signals?
They've done nothing to warrant being shot at.
They've done nothing. There's no warrants for their arrest. They haven't been served trespass. There's nothing.
They haven't been threatened in any way.
Other than they have been labeled a domestic terrorist. And that's the key ingredient here. What did they do that was a terrorist threat? What was it? How was it different than ICE, the ICE building in Portland, being taken over by Antifa for more than 40 days? And the vile things, destroying it, the way the law enforcement was treated. I mean, I've watched video of these people trying to reach out to the FBI, reach out to the Harney County sheriffs, to meet with them, to talk with them.
They shook hands with them.
They shook hands with them. They even went to their headquarters to meet with them. And so anyway, the facts are hard to comply with. You have to put the puzzle pieces together. And our culture is only used to sound bites. We have to see the whole puzzle. That's why this is so complicated, and I think people who are against her and her husband understand our nature. We just want to be shown a simple picture. We need to see all the puzzle pictures and put all the picture puzzle together. Okay, and anyway, that's going to come out in 2019 with the trials and all of the evidence there. Today we're showing episode 1 of Lavoie Dead Man Talking. If you want to have us come out to your community, you just reach out to onecowboystandforfreedom.com or centerforselfgovernance.com. We'll schedule it. Come show it. Bring everyone that you know.
Invite the media.
Invite them. Invite the media. Invite the college students. Invite the Democrats and Republicans and Independents and Libertarians. Invite them all.
Because it's not about which political party that you belong to. It's about our liberties, our freedoms, our ability to be able to speak freely in this country without fear of being murdered because you don't happen to fall politically correctly on the right side. It's not acceptable, and we have to hold them accountable. We have to hold these people accountable for what they did to my husband, because it could happen to you. It could happen to you next. And so we have to stand. We have to see this through to the end. I don't care how it turns out, but if it turns out to where they are found responsible, then we can take that in moral authority and move forward and make some real change, because I think that there's some real change needed in our police departments and our educating of them, in their training, the regulations. We need to roll back so many different things, and maybe I'm thinking that we can do a whole heck of a lot, but if we don't start looking at all of those things, we're not going to see a difference. We're not going to see change.
It's very